Leon County Commission Chair Christian Caban has a new title, TSC Board Chair. The college's Board of Trustees elected Caban as its new chair yesterday. He takes over for Eugene Lamb Jr., who served 5 terms as chair. Caban attended Tallahassee State College and has served on its Board of Trustees since last year. He calls the opportunity to now be board chair, quote, especially meaningful.